What up, YouTube? We are back with another one. Still in this little red pill bubble. Still trying to sort out what's going on in this circle. Because it's a crazy circle, to be honest with you. There's a lot of grifters, a lot of scammers. But I think we found the one. I think we found the gem. It's one of them ones. It's one of them crazy red pill guys who's on some nonsense. We already know what's coming towards us. We need to be prepared for this battle. Let's just watch this without any more waffling.
Meet Hamza Ahmed, one of the biggest self-improvement channels with over 2 million subscribers. A couple years ago, he was just a guy in his bedroom giving young men good and honest advice about how to improve their life and their relationships. However, recently, a lot of his fans have been leaving him and accusing him of selling out after he released his paid program known as Adonis School, where you can pay $129 a month, or in the past $500, holy shit, to get access to a bunch of young guys who are trying to improve themselves by becoming this guy and imitating all of his behaviors. It's basically a really sad cult for him to get rich off of, and don't take my word for it, he has called himself a cult leader openly for years. Now, he recently sent out an email for Adonis in which he links quite possibly the
What? In plain sight? He's just putting that information out for the public to see. That's crazy. He's bold. That's what happens to these people. I think they get into their own bubble. Like, they've been in the game for too long. They were not good people from the start. Then they get famous. And that little part of them, that was, how do I say it? That little part of that personality, it gets amplified. And everyone can see it. Because now they have the money to do everything, to do anything they want. So, yeah, it's fair game.
saddest video you will ever watch: how I lost my V card in 12 hours thanks to Adonis School. And already off the first frame, I thought this was a school full of masculine young guys. Couldn't you have picked somebody who looks a little bit older than 12 years old to make this video? But whatever, let's hear his testimony.
I'm 20 years old. I'm a horny young man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I go to the club every weekend, sometimes 3 times a week. My aim is very simple: to lose my virginity. Up until this point, nothing was working. I was literally destined for virginity.
That's your main goal in life? To fuck some stinky hole behind a nightclub? No long-term commitments like a girlfriend or marriage? Just this? Yeah, totally not depressing and sad.
Until I stumbled upon one of Hamza's videos. I'd never actually really watched him before, but he popped up on my home screen. I watched his video, I saw his private community, and I took the plunge. And I joined Adonis School.
That just sounds like the #1 way to stay being a virgin. God, I don't want to be a fucking virgin anymore. Let me join a team of other losers who need to pay $100 for the mere idea they might get some pussy and become fucking millionaires. Newsflash, the successful person you want to become is not following Hamza's advice and joining his private school. You are the product you are being sold to. Yeah. You are the sheep. If you want to become successful, look at what successful people do to make money and replicate that. Don't just listen to what they say blindly because they're just trying to monetize off of you.
You read the title correctly. I lost my virginity in 12 hours, and it was all thanks to Adonis School. I honestly thought
I don't understand. I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand. You could have just went to a lady of the night. Because if you did that, if you went to his school, I don't know what happened, but let's just imagine. Let's just create a scenario. He went to the school, yeah, and the guy told him, like, listen, I can get you to lose your virginity quickly. Obviously, the guy hired someone to sleep with you. You could have just done that by yourself. I genuinely do not understand. But maybe this is all a scheme, and this is just to get other people to join his school, because it literally doesn't make any sense. I don't think this person or this kid is dumb enough to do this. I mean, it might be. We've seen people joining little camps for men, which is bonkers. Like, you should be doing that as a kid. I mean, you can obviously work on yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't be working on yourself, but you can do that for free. Read books, talk to your elders, talk to your father, talk to your grandpa. Just learn from them. Be involved in the community, help other people. They will build your character. Go out into the world, travel, see other cultures. You don't need to spend a lot of money to do that nowadays. Back in the days, okay, yeah, but nowadays you can go to almost any country. If you put that early, you can do that nowadays. You can do that once a year. That's an experience that will build your character, build you. You don't need to go listen to these guys like my guy Dario is saying. You don't need to go out there and do this. This is crazy. That's what I'm saying. We need strong father figures in our households. I didn't have one. That's why I'm saying this, because I know how much it makes a difference. In my family, this was a big issue. Luckily, I had uncles, all of that. I still had the relationship with my father. He just wasn't there, like present every single day. I just saw him once in a while. That's what I know. Fathers are really important in households. Like, we need to emphasize this.
Destined to be a virgin for the rest of my life. I would cope and say, oh, I'd wait until marriage. I'd wait until the girls come up to me in the club. I'd always wait until something happened to me. But the problem is, that's not gonna happen. And it won't happen to you either.
Okay, see, the kid is a little bit smart. Like, yeah, you gotta get up and get what you want in life. You can't just sit in the corner like a little bitch waiting for life to give you flowers. However, that is advice you can find online completely for free, including Hamza's own channel. So why the fuck are you paying for it?
I took to Adonis School, the private community by Hamza that I've just spent my hard-earned cash on. The value I received from Adonis School is more valuable than the value of the cash I gave.
Okay, so you're either undeniably gay for this guy, or this is such an obvious marketing ploy. Guys, I joined Hamza's private Adonis School program, link in the description, Adonis School, where I got a killer return on investment. It's not even good marketing either. Like, I would rather keep the $100 than bang a dirty stranger at a nightclub. Have you seen the economy? Spend your money more wisely, you fuck.
So here's a quick story. I put a post on Adonis School, a shot in the wild. I thought at the time I might as well. There's nothing to lose. Well, I was wrong. I had my virginity to lose.
How fucking poetic.
Something had to happen, but no girl came to me. Instead, it was Hamza's brother and masculinity coach inside of Adonis School.
So let me get this straight. You paid money to submit a I need to lose my V card ASAP ad in which the masculinity coach reached out to you to inquire about your virginity. This sounds like a story time of you soliciting gay prostitution more than it does some crazy incel ascension tale. No shit, there are 0 women inside of Adonis School. Have you heard half the shit that comes out of this guy's mouth?
There is 2 dynamics that you can have in a relationship. It's either the father-daughter dynamic, where you are the leader, she is submissive, or it's the son-mother dynamic, where she's the leader and you are submissive.
What?
It's complete pussy repellent. Any woman who hears this wants to keel over and throw up.
Danish saw my post. He made a specific Loom video for me. In my post, I explained how I lost out on a relationship with a 10 out of 10 girl. Danish exposed my self-limiting beliefs, but more importantly, yes, he was the one.
To fucking sodomize you? This sounds so...
I really find this a little bit sickening because, you know, these guys, they base their ideologies and their beliefs on a little bit of the truth, you know, because there is truth to this. Like, you find this in the Oedipus complex, where first love of a boy is his mother. So I find this sickening. I find this like a little bit sickening for them to do this. Like, obviously, first love of a boy is his mother, but the first love of a girl is also his father. So, I mean, you got that there, but it's just something that happens for a while, and a child has to go through that. Every single child goes through that. It's not something that sticks to you. So for you to be spitting this out, because it's based on some truth, innit? It's kind of sickening for them to do this, just to spit this out like this. Not the whole information, just give you bits and bobs just to keep you there.
I'm not even trying to like read this into what you're saying. You talked to some random guy online after they responded to your V-card ad. It sounds like you're reading an erotic fan fiction written by James Charles.
And it was all from having a brotherhood of masculine men that Adonis School, the community, provides. Having masculine men around you who are levels above you.
Honestly, this all sounds like some shit you can get by going outside and making some actual friends. I understand as a young guy, it's a little bit hard nowadays to put yourself out there, but trust me, having real life friends who you can hang out with and actually like form a relationship with is 10 times better than paying $1,000 a year for some guy to give you really milquetoast and generic advice, the same advice he's giving to everybody else on the program.
Anyway, that night I messaged my mate and we went out to the club. I practiced the tactics that are taught through the various courses in Adonis School. I held my frame, and that night, my life changed. I'd lost my virginity.
Holy shit! You fucked a girl at a nightclub who probably had 7 other guys with her that night. Oh my god, that is just like the least impressive thing ever. So far in this video, I have not seen a single reason as to why I should join Adonis School. If anything, I'm convinced against it now more than I already was. Why would I want to pay money to become this fucking dude, whose only accolade is fucking some random chick at a nightclub? He still has yet to name anything of actual value he gets from the subscription, likely because there isn't any value. This guy is one of many young men across the world who have been fooled by this red-pilled bullshit online into thinking the only way to success is by replicating such a niche, rare, unrealistic version of what it means to be a man. You don't need to pay money to get laid. Trust me, these guys are not selling you anything special. Hamza is not somebody you want to look up to as a young guy. Yes, he says the occasional good thing. I'm not denying that, but the guy's kind of a grifter. He was on this arc for a while about rejecting degeneracy and finding God, but here he is using a story about casual degenerate sex to promote his Adonis school, where one of the listed goals is to find a beautiful, high-quality wife, which he previously said could only be achieved by avoiding casual sex. That's the problem with internet gurus. They are only looking out for themselves. They will flip their stance whenever it is convenient to them. If you want to become a masculine young guy who's super successful, don't worship another guy online. That's the least masculine thing you can do. That's how you become dependent, not independent. Develop your own thought process, your own ideals. You gain that from personal experience, which takes time to develop. I myself have fallen into similar shit online, and very quickly my mind was changed when I began to use—
1 second. Did he sharpen his teeth? Did he sharpen his teeth? That's what I'm saying. These gurus are all fake, man. These are just grifters. They're just scammers. They're trying to get your money. Stay out of it. You need to stay out of this. You guys let me know what you think about this culture, about the red pill culture, and really about this guy. I didn't know about him. So you guys let me know what you think about him, about this culture. If you guys knew about him, just let me know. Stay blessed, my guys.